Second episode, plotting Dong Zhou's gift of a knife. In April of the 6th year of Zhongping, the Han Emperor Ling died. General He Jin established the Prince Liu Bian as the new emperor. Soon after, He Jin had conflicts with the reigning eunuchs. Following the advice of Yuan Shao, He Jin summoned troops from all over to the capital to eliminate the eunuchs. Upon hearing the news, eunuch Zhang Rang and others quickly plotted to kill He Jin. Yuan Shao and Yuan Shu, among He Jin's subordinates, led troops to pursue and kill the eunuchs, causing great chaos in the city of Luoyang. Dong Zhou, who was sent with troops to the capital, took advantage of the opportunity to seize power in the court. Dong Zhou was cunning, brutal, and tyrannical. He wanted to abolish Liu Bian and establish Liu Xie, the Prince of Qianlu, as the new emperor, but he was opposed by Yuan Shao and Jizhou governor Ding Yuan, among others. Ding Yuan had an adopted son named Liu Biyu, who was known for his bravery and invincibility. When Dong Zhou faced off against Ding Yuan, he was defeated by Liu Biyu. So, Dong Zhou sent someone to bribe Liu Biyu with a horse, known as the Red Hare, and countless gold and jewels. Liu Biyu killed Ding Yuan and swore allegiance to Dong Zhou as his father. From then on, Dong Zhou's power became even greater. Soon after, Dong Zhou abolished Liu Bian and established the 9-year-old prince of Qianlu, Liu Xie, as the emperor, known as Emperor Xian of Han. Dong Zhou became the prime minister himself. Not long after, Dong Zhou sent someone to kill the Empress Dowager and the deposed Emperor Liu Bian. With Dong Zhou in complete control, he began to act arbitrarily and allow his subordinates to harm the people, rob women, and seize property. After Dong Zhou's dictatorial rule, Yuan Shao fled and began to contact King of Situ, Wang Yun, to take advantage of the opportunity to eliminate Dong Zhou. One day, Wang Yun hosted a banquet for his officials, and suddenly covered his face and cried loudly in the middle of the banquet. When asked about the reason, Wang Yun said, "Dong Zhou is bullying the ruler and manipulating power. The world will eventually be lost to Dong Zhou's hands." Upon hearing these words, all the officials started to weep. Suddenly, someone at the banquet clapped and laughed loudly. All the high-ranking officials, crying from dusk till dawn, and from dawn till dusk. Can they make Dong Zhou cry to death? Wang Yun looked at the person, who was the cavalry commander-in-chief, named Cao, with the given name Mengdu and the style name of Ji. Cao was intelligent and resourceful since childhood and was good at strategy. A person who read his fate once said that Cao was a capable minister who could govern the world and a treacherous hero in chaotic times. Cao was both brave and strategic, and made a name for himself in suppressing the Yellow Turban rebels. At this time, Wang Yun scolded Cao, "You have also been receiving salary from the Han dynasty for generations. How could you not think of repaying the country but laugh instead?" Cao replied, "I'm not laughing at anything. I'm just laughing at everyone's inability to get rid of Dong Zhou. Now I am willing to cut off Dong Zhou's head to thank the world." Cao said, "I heard that King of Situ has a 7-jeweled knife. Please lend it to me. I am willing to go to the Prime Minister's office to stab Dong the thief. Although I may die, I will have no regrets." Wang Yun was overjoyed and took out the knife to give to Cao and made a toast to his bravery. The next day, Cao came to the Prime Minister's office with the knife and saw Dong Zhou sitting on the bed, with Liu Biyu standing by. Cao made an excuse that his horse was slow to arrive, and Dong Zhou asked Liu Biyu to select a good horse from Ziliang to give to Cao. When Liu Biyu walked away, Cao secretly thought, "Dong the thief deserves to die." He wanted to draw his knife and stab him, but he was afraid that Dong Zhou was too powerful and dared not act recklessly. Dong Zhou's body was too fat to sit for a long time, so he turned his face inward and lay down. Cao thought, This old thief deserves to die. He quickly pulled out the treasure knife, just as he was about to stab. But Dong Zhou saw from the mirror that Cao was pulling out his knife behind him, and quickly turned back to ask, Mengdu, what are you doing? At this time, Liu Biyu also arrived with the horse outside the door. In a panic, Cao knelt down with the knife and said, I have a treasure knife. I would like to present it to my benefactor. Dong Zhou took the knife and saw that it was decorated with 7 treasures and was extremely sharp. Indeed, it was a treasure knife, so he handed it over to Liu Biyu. Dong Zhou took Cao out to see the horse, and Cao said, I want to ride it and try it out. Dong Zhou then had the saddle and reins put on the horse. Cao rode out of the Prime Minister's office, then fiercely whipped the horse a few times and headed southeast. Liu Biyu reminded Dong Zhou that Cao seemed to have intentions of assassination just now. Dong Zhou then sent people to investigate and found that Cao had directly rode out of the east gate. So he determined that Cao was plotting to assassinate him, and issued an order to offer a reward to capture Cao. Cao escaped to Jiangmu County and was captured by the guarding soldiers. In the middle of the night, the county governor Chen Gong interrogated Cao. Cao couldn't hide the truth, so he told about his plan to assassinate Dong Zhou and his intention to raise an army to attack Dong Zhou. Chen Gong was deeply moved and abandoned his official position, joining forces with Cao. The two of them traveled for 3 days and arrived at Chenggao. Chenggao's Liu Bosch was a good friend of Cao's father, so they stayed at the Liu family's house. Liu Bosch warmly welcomed them and asked about the situation, then rode a donkey out to buy wine. Cao and Chen Gong sat for a long time. Suddenly hearing the sound of sharpening knives from the queen's room, Cao said, LVBU is not my closest friend. His visit is suspicious. We should secretly listen to what is going on. The two quietly came to the back of the grass hall and only heard someone say, should we tie them up first and then kill them? What do you think? Cao said, so it is. If we don't act first, we will certainly be captured and rewarded. So the two drew their swords and went straight in, killing anyone they saw, man or woman, and killing 8 people in a row. When they searched the kitchen, they saw a pig tied up and ready to be killed. Chen Gong regretted it and said, Mengdu is too paranoid. We killed innocent people. The two of them quickly rode out of the village, and after not even 2 li, they saw LVBU riding a donkey with wine and food coming towards them. LVBU asked when he saw them, why are my nephew and envoy leaving? I have already asked my family to kill a pig to entertain you. Cao did not answer and rode forward. After a few steps, he suddenly drew his sword and came back, calling out to LVBU, who is that coming from over there? When LVBU turned to look, Cao swung his sword and killed him under the donkey. Chen Gong was shocked and said, what we did just now was a mistake. What are we doing now? Cao said, when LVBU returned home and saw so many people killed, would he let it go? If he led people to pursue us, we would be in trouble. Chen Gong said, knowing it was wrong to kill indiscriminately like this is too unreasonable. Cao said, I would rather have the world's people blame me than have me be blamed by the world's people. Chen Gong heard this and was silent. That night they stayed at a guest house, and Cao fell asleep first. Chen Gong thought, I originally thought that Cao was a good person, but I gave up my official position to follow him, only to find out that he was such a ruthless person. He considered killing Cao with his sword. But then he thought, I followed him here for the sake of the country. Killing him would be unjust. It would be better to switch to someone else. So he left on horseback before dawn. When Cao woke up and found that Chen Gong was gone, he figured out the reason and immediately rode back to his hometown. Cao issued a proclamation to all the lords to come together to attack Dong Zhou, and then raised the banner of loyalty and righteousness. He spent all his family's wealth and recruited volunteers. There were countless volunteers, including Li Jin, Li Dian, and his own cousins Xiahou Yuan, Cao Ren, and Cao Hong, among others, who all came to join him. So Cao Cao organized his army and prepared to raise troops.